Due to defensive, here is why and how to avoid it. First, I will introduce what is self-defensiveness. It is a natural human response, a psychological mechanism designed to protect our self-esteem and identity from perceived threats. We become self-defensive when we want our views about the world validated by other people. We tend not to surround ourselves with people who hold different opinions than we do. When we are wrong, we seek ways to prove that we are right, even at a cost to our relationships. While it serves a protective function, it can also hinder growth, damage relationships, and prevent us from learning from feedback. The psychology of self-defensiveness. At its core, self-defensiveness is triggered when we feel attacked or criticized, even if the intention isn't to attack. Our brains can interpret feedback or differing opinions as a threat to our competence, intelligence, or character. Insecure or fearful. Underlying insecurities, low self-esteem, or fear of failure can amplify the need to protect oneself. Ashamed of guilt. If someone touches on a topic that brings up feelings of shame or guilt, defensiveness can act as a shield to avoid confronting those uncomfortable emotions. Out of control. When we feel helpless or unable to change a situation, defensiveness can be a way to regain a sense of control. Misunderstood. If we believe our intentions or actions are being misinterpreted, we may become defensive in an attempt to clarify or justify ourselves based on past experiences. Childhood experiences, especially those involving harsh criticism, abuse, or neglect, can hardwire a defensive response in adulthood. Signs you are getting defensive. Number 1, anger or irritation. This is a quick surge of frustration or annoyance. Number 2, anxiety or nervousness. This is when you feel agitated or uneasy. Number 3, elevate voice tone or volume. When you're speaking louder or with a sharper tone than usual and sometimes blowing the situation out of proportion to avoid responsibility. Number 4, guilt. This is when you know you've done something wrong but you don't want to admit it. Number 5, fear of judgment, failure, rejection, or being wrong. Number 6, yeah, but statements, starting with an agreement but immediately with an excuse or counter argument. Number 7, resentment, a feeling of bitterness toward the person giving feedback. Number 8, feeling the need to be right. This is an overwhelming urge to prove your point. Number 10, denial. You could say, that is not true, I did not do that, or simply refusing to acknowledge the issue. Number 11, blame shifting or externalizing, pointing the finger at others or external circumstances. It's not my fault, it's because of X. Number 12, justifying and excuses, when you provide elaborated explanations for your actions, even when not asked for, often trying to make yourself look better. Number 13, counterattacking or criticizing in return, turning the criticism back on the other person. Number 14, minimization. This is when you downplay the seriousness or impact of the issue. It's not a big deal, or you could say you are overreacting. Number 15, bringing up the past. This is when you're diverting the conversation by bringing up all grievances, all irrelevant past events. The objective of defensiveness, conscious or unconscious, is to deflect blame, avoid vulnerability, and maintain a positive self-image. It is an attempt to turn attention away from our perceived flaws and often onto the faults of others. This comes from recognizing its negative impacts and the benefits of a more and receptive stance. Defensiveness erodes trust and creates distance. Avoiding it fosters deeper connection empathy, and professional relationships. A defensive posture shuts down learning. By being open to feedback, even if it's challenging, we gain insights and opportunities for self-improvement. Defensiveness often leads to arguments and blame. A non-defensive approach allows for collaborative problem solving and finding constructive solutions. Constantly defending oneself is exhausting and creates unnecessary conflicts. Letting down your guard can lead to more peaceful interactions. Avoiding defensiveness allows for greater authenticity and the ability to be vulnerable, which is crucial for genuine connection and self-acceptance. The process of overcoming defensiveness requires introspection, helping you understand your triggers, fears, and underlying motivations. How to avoid self-defensiveness. Avoiding self-defensives is a skill that can be developed with practice and self-awareness. Here are the key strategies. Number 1, cultivate self-awareness. Identify your triggers. Pay attention to situations, topics, or people that consistently make you feel defensive. What is it about these situations that makes you feel threatened? Notice physical and emotional cues. When defensiveness kicks in, you might feel your heart race, body tense up, or experience emotions like anger, shame, or fear. Recognizing these signs early can help you pause. Reflect on your patterns. After a defensive reaction, take time to reflect on what happened, why you reacted that way, and what you could do differently next time. Pause before responding. Take a breath. A simple deep breath or a 5-second pause can create enough space to shift from an automatic reactive response to a more thoughtful, intentional one. Practice active listening. Listen to understand how to respond. Focus on truly hearing what the other person is saying, including their feelings and perspective without interrupting or formulating your rebuttal. Seek clarification. If someone is unclear, ask open-ended questions like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" Paraphrase by repeating back what you've heard to ensure understanding. For example, you can say, "If I'm understanding correctly, you are concerned about X." Number 4, adapt a growth mindset. View feedback as a learning opportunity. Instead of seeing criticism as an attack, reframe it as a chance to grow and improve. Embrace imperfection by reminding yourself that making mistakes is a natural part of being human and doesn't diminish your worth. Number 5, use I statements through focusing on your feelings and observations. This keeps the focus on your experience rather than blaming the other person. Assume good intentions. Number 6, unless proven otherwise, try to assume the other person has a positive or neutral intention, even if their delivery is poor. This can help de-escalate your own internal threat response. Number 7, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that defensiveness is a common human response and that you are working to change a deeply ingrained pattern. Remind yourself of your strengths and positive qualities before entering a potentially triggering conversation. Number 8, focus on solutions, not blame. Shift the conversation from "whose fault is it?" to "how can we solve this together?" If you've made a mistake, take responsibility. You can be responsible without being ruined. Number 9, set boundaries calmly. If a conversation becomes truly disrespectful or attacking, it's okay to set a boundary. You can say, "I'm willing to discuss this, but I need us both to speak respectfully. Let's revisit this when we can do that." By consistently applying these strategies, you can gradually reduce your self-defensiveness, leading to more productive communication, stronger relationships, and greater personal well-being. When we learn to tame our defensive instincts, we open ourselves up to all the benefits that humility can offer. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button so that you don't miss on the next upload. Thank you for listening.